Namaste students. Our topic is forfeiture of share issued at premium, and today I am going to explain you illustration number 47 of your book. Illustration number 47. According to this illustration, X Limited issued 8,000 shares of 100 each at the premium of 40 per share. 100 each at the premium of 40 per share, and which are payable at application 20 rupees including premium. It means 10 for application money and 10 for premium. On allotment, they are payable of 50 rupees and including premium, which is 30 rupees is premium in this. It's given in the question. It means 20 for allotment money and 30 is a premium. On first call rupees 30 and on second call rupees 40. They are saying applications were received for 7,500 shares only. Company issued 8,000 shares, but they are receiving application for 7,500 shares only. It means this is under subscription. We will do our question with this 7,500 shares. Clear? After that, they are saying all money was received except one shareholder holding 100 shares. Ashwin, holding 100 shares, failed to pay allotment money. Ashwin has not paid allotment money and his share forfeited after the allotment call only. Clear? Second shareholder, Monica, holding 200 shares, failed to pay first call. Now, Monica has paid allotment money, but she is failed to pay first call, and her share forfeited after the first call only. That is given in the question. Third shareholder, Ruchi, holding 300 shares, failed to pay first call and second call both. Now, Ruchi is not paying first call as well as not second call. Clear? And her share is forfeited after the final call. See, Monica is also not paying the first call, but her share is forfeited after first call only, and Ruchi is not paying first call as well as second call, and her share is forfeited after final call only. Clear? I hope question is clear to you. Now we are going to start solution of this question. First of all, we'll make an entry of receiving the application money. Everyone knows the entry: bank account debit to share application account, which is 7,500 application we have received at the rate of 20. Complete 20 we are receiving. 75 into 20, that is 1,50,000. Now we will transfer this application money in share capital account. Entry will be share application account debit which is 1,50,000 to share capital. See, we know on application premium is there. So 10 rupees is for share capital and 10 rupees is of premium to securities premium reserve account. So here 7,500 shares. We know 75 into 20 will go here, into 10 will write here, into 10 will write here. It means 75,000 and 75,000. I hope these two entries are clear to you. Next, allotment due. Allotment we will due with complete amount only. Share allotment account debit. See, allotment is also due with the premium. In this, allotment amount is rupees 20 and premium is rupees 30. Allotment account debit to share capital and to security premium reserve account. Again, 7,500 is due at the rate of 50. Means 3,75,000 is due on allotment. Out of this, 20 is related with the share capital and 30 is security premium. 7,500 into 20, 1,50,000, and 7,500 into 30, which is 2,25,000. 3,75,000 is allotment money due. Share capital is 1,50,000 and security premium reserve account is 2,25,000. Now come to the next, receiving the money on allotment. And here they are saying Ashwin, a shareholder who is having 100 shares, failed to pay allotment. It means Ashwin is not paying the allotment money and we are receiving less money on allotment. First of all, we make entry for this. Bank account debit to share allotment account. See, total 7,500, the money on 7,500 shares we have to receive. But this money on this 100 share we are not receiving. It means only we are receiving money for 7,400 shares at the rate of 50. Or otherwise you can do like this also. 7,500 into 50, that is 3,75,000. Out of this we are not getting 100 into 50, which is 5,000. It means we are getting only 3,70,000. 3,70,000. Clear this thing? We are receiving money only of 7,400 shares because Ashwin has failed to pay the allotment money. Now come to next. In this, Ashwin, who is holding 100 shares, failed to pay allotment money and his share forfeited after the allotment fall only. This is given in the question. The 100 shares the person is failed to pay and the shares forfeited after this allotment fall only. So we will make entry for forfeiture of shares after this entry, after the allotment money received only. So for making the entry for forfeiture, see, this is forfeiture of share issued at premium and premium amount is not received because premium is also due on allotment. Premium is due on allotment also and that amount we are not receiving. So this is a case forfeiture of share issued at premium and premium is not received. And if premium is not received, here to complete premium we had credited, complete amount of premium we had written in credit side. But now for 100 share we are not receiving the premium amount also. So security premium reserve account we will debit. I am going to make here entry for forfeiture of shares. In the entry of forfeiture of share, we'll write share capital account debit. As we know, 100 shares, the person is failed to pay this amount on this 100 share, which is, and the amount is called up rupees 10 and 20. 30 rupees has been called yet. Only application money and allotment money. So I have written 100 into 30. 30 is the called up amount, which is 3,000. And yes, security premium reserve also will debit. Securities premium reserve account, which is also 30. 100 into 30, that is 30,000. Allotment is failed to pay. Here I will write share allotment account. Now allotment complete amount. Security premium also we have not received, and amount also we have not received. Means 100 into 50, which is 5,000 on credit side. And here 2 share forfeiture, which is a profit on this share forfeiture account. The money which we have received on this share, on 100 share, we have received rupees 10 only, which is 1,000. Clear this thing? Now 100 shares has been cancelled. 100 share has been cancelled. After this, our next entry is first call, amount due on first call. Entry will be, everyone knows the entry, share first call account debit to share capital account. Now listen carefully here. We have 75 shares. Out of this 7500 shares, our 100 shares has been cancelled. So first call we will deal with 7400 shares only. So this you have to keep in mind. When we forfeit the share, it means shares are cancelled. Now we are not going to call money from that shares. So now we will call money from only 7400 shares. 74 at the rate of, the first call amount is 30 rupees. It means 2,22,000 amount is due from the shareholder. As you all know, this share first call, this due entry will make to inform the shareholders now pay for the call. This is for the, when the amount due on first call, then we'll make this entry. As we know, out of this 7500 share, our 100 shares has been cancelled. The shares which are with Ashwin, that has been cancelled now. So now we are not going to call money from Ashwin. So we will call from other shareholders, that is 7400 shares only at the rate of 30, 2,22,000. Now come to the next, when money received on first call. As we all know, when the shares due on, again I am going to write the entry for first call amount due, when the amount due on first call. Entry will be share first call account debit to share capital. As I had explained you, amount will be due with only 7400 shares, which is 2,22,000. Now amount due is 2,22,000. Now next entry is related when we receive money on first call. Entry will be bank account debit to share first call. Now see, second shareholder Monica holding 200 shares did not pay first call, failed to pay the first call, and his share, her share is also forfeited. Now Monica is not paying first call, who is having 200 shares, and next Ruchi is also it's not paying the first call. It means first call we are not receiving for 500 shares. So 500 shares at the rate of 30. There are two methods. You can calculate the amount which we have received on first call. First is very simple. See, we know the amount due on 7400 shares and we are not receiving 500 shares. We are not receiving 500 shares. It means amount we are receiving for only 6900 shares at the rate of 30, which is 2,07,000. Or otherwise, from 2,22,000 you can minus this 1,500 also. Then also you will get 2,07,000 only. I hope this is clear. After this, they are saying Monica, who failed to pay this first call and her share is forfeited after the first call only. Now again we will make a entry for the forfeiture of shares. But here the entry is very simple because premium amount we have received earlier. So we make a simple entry, share capital account debit, as 200 shares are forfeited, and now this time we have called this 10 rupees for application, 20 allotment, 30, and this 30 which is 60, means total 12,000 we have called. So 60 is a called up amount and 200 shares we are going to forfeit. And here 2 share first call because the person has not paid the first call, which is 200 into 30, 6,000, and the money which already received, that will goes to share forfeiture account. That is also 200 into 30. 10 for application we have received and 20 for allotment we had received. Total is 6,000. I hope this is clear. It's a very simple entry. Share capital account debit, as we are going to forfeit the shares. 2 share first call, the amount which is not received. 2 share forfeiture account, the amount which we have received. Clear? 6,000. Now come to the next. Next is amount due on final call or second call. Entry will be share second call account debit to share capital account. Amount due on second call. Now see, after the forfeit of shares, we have 7,400 shares. Now 200 share more, this 200 shares we have, more share we have cancelled. It means now we have only 7,200 shares. Our 300 shares has been cancelled now. 7,200 and amount will be due on this 7,200 shares only at the rate of 40, which is 2,88,000. Clear? Amount due on second call or final call, you can say, only with this 7,200 shares, as 300 shares we have cancelled. Clear? Now come to the receiving money. Bank account debit to share second call. Here also Ruchi, who is holding 300 share, failed to pay the second call. It means out of this 700, only we are receiving money of on 6,900 shares. We will write here 6,900 shares only at the rate of 40. Or on the other hand, from 2,88,000, you can minus the amount which we have not received. On 300 shares, 300 into 40, which is 12,000. It means 2,76,000 we are receiving on final call. I hope this is clear. Now, after receiving the money on second call, the shares, the amount which we have not received on 300 shares, that we are going to cancel. So again, we'll make an entry for forfeiture of shares. The entry will be share capital account debit. Now the called up money is complete 100 because this final call also we have been made. So for 300 shares, 100, it means 30,000 will be debited in share capital account. To see in this 300 share, we have not received first call and we have not received final call or second call. So to share first call, the amount which we have not received on first call, to share second call, amount not received on second call, and to share forfeiture account, amount which we have received on these 300 shares. Here first call of rupees 30 we have not received. 300 into 30, 9,000. Final call 40 rupees we have not received. It means 12,000, and the money which we have received, that is application money and allotment money, which is 30. It means 9,000 we have received on this final call. Shareholder Ruchi. Clear? Now come to the next. Next they are saying all the forfeited shares, it means 100 shares of Ashwin, 200 shares of Monica and 300 shares of Ruchi, means total 600 shares. All the forfeited shares were reissued. It means we are going to reissue 600 shares. Entry we all know, bank account debit to share capital, and in share capital we will write the total amount, means this 600 share we are going to issue, because this total paid up is 100 rupees, means total 60,000 rupees. Now they are saying reissued at discount of 5%. It means the share whose face value is 100 we are issuing at less price, means we are reissuing at discount, 5% discount. So 100 into 5, which is 5 rupees only. So we are giving discount. We will write here. It means there is a loss on for reissue of shares. And that loss we will compensate from forfeiture account. That's why I am debiting the forfeiture account. See, whenever we get profit on forfeiture, we will write in credit side of share forfeiture account. And here we are reissuing the 600 shares on discount. It means loss. We have a loss, and that loss we will compensate from the amount which is in the share forfeiture account. So instead of writing here discount, I am directly compensating from share forfeiture account. So 600 shares at the rate of 3,000. Clear? And the amount which goes here 57,000 in bank, which is 600 at the rate of 95. Clear this entry of reissue. Now after that, the last entry is related to the capital reserve. The profit which is left in share forfeiture account, now that profit we will transfer in capital reserve account, because that shares are reissued now. Now we don't have any shares with us. We have reissued all the shares. Now that amount we can transfer in capital reserve so that we can use it for a other purpose also. Clear this thing? Now entry for that transferring the forfeiture amount in capital reserve is share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. For this all for 100 shares we had an amount in forfeiture account 1,000. For this 200 we had an amount that is I think 6,000. Yes, 6,000. And for this 300 shares we have an amount in forfeiture is 9,000. It means in our forfeiture we have total 16,000 amount, and out of this 16,000, 3,000 is a loss that we will compensate from forfeiture amount, less loss on reissue. Now we have left a balance with 13,000. So that 13,000 only we will transfer in capital reserve account. Clear?